the uncertainty that's in place around what's going to happen in the next 3 months is, you're not only having to deal with the impact of COVID on the economy and what's happening on various construction sites and future projects, but it also has an impact on the economy. You've got your QECC requirements that have been evolving, particularly, quite comprehensively in the last 12 to 18 months, where, your different categories have passed their deadlines for new reporting regimes. There's been some extensions, obviously, till the end of this year. Until all of that is finalised and there's an opportunity for different contractors to actually really appreciate what the QECC's intentions are going forward in addressing some of their concerns. When we had this morning's seminar and Kate Ramsey was talking about the different regimes that they're doing in terms of data collection. I mean, that's quite a new concept, but it actually demonstrates their motivation to be very proactive and very much dealing with the contractor on a one-to-one basis to say, hey, we've got all this data collected, we've got all these red flags with you. It's not just about your financial reporting that you've submitted or you haven't submitted. We've got all these other elements that are suggesting that there's something going on. Can we sit down and talk about it? It's going to take some time for the QBCC to really highlight which ones are the most critical. They've got some resource commitments where they're going to have to actually get some people in the room to start doing that analysis, which I think is going to be really interesting to see how well they adapt to that. There is going to be an influx when they do it for the first time. Once they start monitoring those and start reaching out to the contractors that they perceive need engagement with the QBCC around these concerns, then where do they go to from there? I mean, you've got the response from the contractor, but if it's not the response that you think gives you the confidence that they should maintain their license, do they have another opportunity to continue working with the QBCC to say, right, well, we've got an expert in to try and look at our financial position, adjust where our commitments are, and we've got a new structure or objective going forward, and this is how we are going to execute it. Very rarely do we see that directors are upfront about that, purely because they're very busy in the everyday operations of their business, but also it's that concept of, do I want to concede to anyone that I might need help? And I think that's probably the biggest elephant in the room, is getting that help and getting it early is so critical to getting your strategy right for the next 6 to 12 months. Because if we're not thinking about it now, it's almost too late.